I get it that we all like sports radio. That's a lie. What I just said isn't true. We don't all love sports radio. There's a lot of people that like sports radio, but can I just say this? Sports radio people, do not take calls. Can you stop taking callers? I get it. You got 4 hours to kill, and it turns out there's really only like 20 minutes of material that you can really talk about a football game about. So then what you do is you go to callers. And what I'm saying is stop going to callers because callers are stupid and we don't need to hear their opinions. Because a person who calls a sports radio station is the person we all avoid at work. That's the person who wants to come up to us next to the water cooler and tell us about why, the Chicago Bears aren't doing right and how he's got this strategy and if they use this defense that he came up with in the middle of the night. And by the time he's done with his sentence, we're already gone. Because we don't like you, sports caller person. So you're the kind of person who's going to call the radio to tell your brilliant opinions to the people who actually know what they're talking about? I don't need to hear your opinion, stupid person. I have a rule when I listen to sports radio. First off, I never listen live so I can do the second part, which is I always skim through the callers. And you know what? Never once have I been like, oh man, I must have missed something important. No, I know that all I'm going to miss is some idiot who calls up and he's got opinions that don't even make sense. Like the only reason you should have callers, sports radio personalities, is if your intention is to make fun of the person. This person calls up and he's like, you know what? I really think that the Bears should implement a new defense where there's no linemen at all. They just put everyone in the backfield to cover the pass. What do you think? And then that's when the sports personalities make fun of them for how stupid they are. Then I would listen to that. But no, they actually respect their opinion. What's your problem? And also another thing, sports callers 95% of the time are drunk. 95% of the people who call sports radio stations are wasted. And so I don't want to hear your mumbling, slurring. And another thing about Coach Dicker. I don't know if I'm having a stroke or if I had too many beers, but I really thought I needed to call a sports radio station because, my opinion really matters. So stop having callers. If you have nothing to say, sports radio personality, put music on. Hell, do a rebroadcast of the game. Like, well, guys, it's been a half an hour. We really ran out of stuff to say because it turns out there isn't that much to say about sports. So we're just going to go ahead now. We would normally go to callers for the next 3.5 hours. But, David Dravenik really opened my eyes to the fact that it's really dumb that we do that. So we're just going to go ahead and rebroadcast the game.